Hello, and welcome to the end of 2022's update video. So, 2022 has been a year of hardships, and we've moved house, if you can't tell from the change of background. But yeah, I kind of predicted that in my last update video, and a lot's just happened this year, and there's been a lot of, character development for me, I guess you could say. A lot of good things have happened, but at the same time, a few bad things have happened, but nothing like too drastic. But yeah, it's part of life, really, and growing up and getting older. And the older you get, the more difficult it kind of becomes, I guess you could say. But yeah, I think 2022 has definitely been a year of change, and for the first time I could say for the better, and because I think matured a bit this year, and it's just interesting to look back and see everything that's happened, which is of course something that I'm going to talk about. So this year, despite the move and everything being really complicated, thrown up in the air, we've seen the release of Joe the Movie 2, The Bunker, and the Quentin Sanders tapes, which just surpassed 10,000 views, I think, earlier this month of December, which is crazy because, I know analog horror is a popular, genre, and I figured, a few people are probably going to watch it, maybe get, a couple hundred views or something. But the fact that it took off the way it did, is truly, nothing like that has ever happened before. So I'm very grateful for everyone who checked it out, all the newcomers, new subscribers. I think I got 300 subscribers this year, increase. So that's good, very good, thank you. And it's just surreal seeing people finally starting to watch the content that I produce. But yeah, all the constructive criticisms and words of encouragement, I've definitely taken it to heart and will use it to the best of my ability to, perfect my craft in the future and just, continue trying to make good videos, movies, stuff like that. And yeah, so I'm trying to think what else happened this year. I got my first tattoo. If you can see it. If you don't know what it is, you're not the first. A lot of people asked me in the summertime, when I'm wearing short sleeves and whatnot. It's a pulsar map, and my fondness of Carl Sagan and his work and achievements kind of inspired me. I've actually wanted this for 4 or 5 years now, and yeah, it's a pulsar map. It was featured on the Voyager golden plaque on the spacecraft, and I just thought it looked cool. So I was like, you know what? Well, I'm gonna get that. And I plan to get more in the future, but it's just something to start off with. It's kind of big too. Goes from here down my arm. It's awkward because you can't really see it, but yeah, it's cool. It took about 30 minutes to get inked on, and it actually wasn't too painful, but I heard the forearms are kind of the easier places to get tattoos, so it's alright. Also, what happened this year, I went to England for the first time to meet up with my girlfriend Nicole for the first time ever, and it was the first time in, I want to say 18 or 19 years where I had been on a plane. I haven't been on a plane since I was a toddler. And that's my stomach, by the way. But yeah, it was my first time on a plane in almost 20 years, my first time traveling alone, and my first time being in actually just a different country that wasn't the US. So it was really kind of surreal, but at the same time, her hospitality and her family's hospitality made me feel at home. So, it's good. We also met up with other members of the squad. If you don't know what the squad is, you can check out my second channel, Squadron Orange. And it's basically, we're just a group of friends who, it's almost 10 years now. We've all been friends, and We make movies, videos together, and we game sometimes. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Squadron Orange yet, you definitely should. But yeah, we met with Reese, Missy, Brandon, and went to different places. I went to York, the city of York, Durham, which has a cathedral they actually filmed Harry Potter in, which was pretty dope. And I went to this town called Whitby, which is actually where I got the footage for the Emissaries files and whatnot with, I forget what it was called, the Origins of the Compendium, where, that's actually my footage. So it was pretty cool to be on, site and shoot there, and it was pretty fun. I liked it. I had a good time. So that's all that's happened this year. Now, what about the future? So, if you haven't noticed, this year I've done next to none podcast. I only did one for Dark Universe Season 3, and, I just with the move and everything, I haven't really been in the mood to make podcasts, and I kind of got out of it, to be honest. But with this new year coming around, I feel like, I want to get more comfortable in the new setting, and I just want to, I have a lot of thoughts on my mind that I would like to, discuss and whatnot, and we're going to kind of be reviving it in a different way. So before, how I had it was I was the host, and every episode I had a guest on, and this time around I'm thinking of doing it so there's a co-host, and the concept of having a co-host would kind of make it feel, I don't know, more homey in a way. I don't know how to describe it, but it would also kind of push me or encourage me to keep a consistent, flow, consistent schedule. And I'm happy to announce that the co-host in question is going to be my good friend and fellow squad member, Mike. Now, Mike has always been a huge fan of the podcast, and he's just the type of person that radiates podcast energy, because he could just go on and on and on about stuff, but not in an annoying way, because I notice with some podcasts, they're like, yeah, guys, so I went to the store yesterday, and, it was just crazy. No, like, he actually has logical thoughts and opinions, and he puts heart into it, which is really good. And he's funny too to listen to, and he's a funny guy overall. So I brought the idea, ran it past him the other week, and of course he said yeah. So yeah, we'll still bring guests on, but some episodes it might just be him and I, depending on who's available and who's not. So if all goes according to plan, the first episode for the revived podcast, it's going to be like the same thing. I'm just saying it's revived, which should be next month. And yeah, we're going to try to keep like a consistent schedule. So try to do a minimum of one a month. So one in January, one in February, March, so on and so forth. Sometimes there might be more than one, but it's just quality over quantity. Once again, a huge thank you to everybody who bought merch this year. Your money and support goes towards a great cause, all through inktothepeople.com. Probably do another fundraiser soon, in case if you missed out on it, and probably sometime maybe in the spring. But yeah, keep an eye out. Follow me. My social media is down below to get alerted, and I'll probably do a community post next time I start a new fundraiser. Up next, there's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, but I can't because I wanted it to be a surprise for the update video. Riptide Pictures, also Caesar, as some people know him. He's been in some of my projects before, like on Squadron Orange with the Emissaries and whatnot. Mainly have done voice work before for me. But, and some of you may or may not know, in his spare time, he also does artwork, and he's pretty damn good at it, if I do say so myself, which got me thinking. So, as many of you know, there's an Orange Shriek graphic novel in development, and it's still extremely early stages. I think I announced it back at Creator Dome 2, so it's been a while. It's not at the top of my priority right now, my priority list, but it's getting to the point where, I wanted to start finding an artist. So I'm happy to announce that Riptide Pictures, also known as Caesar, he will be doing the artwork for the Orange Shriek graphic novel, which should be coming out within the next, 2 or 3 years. Not trying to rush it, but here's some of his concept art for the character of Orange Shriek, as well as the world around him and the city and whatnot. It came out pretty damn good, and I'm very happy with the results. Again, certain styles and clothing and whatnot might change. It's still really early concept art, but yeah, I thought you guys would like to see that. And yeah, I look forward to working with him in the future as we continue this project together. And I can't wait until the day comes where the graphic novel is in my hands. And yeah, it's going to be a good day when that happens. Now, finally, some of you may or may not know, but for the new year, I was thinking of changing my logo up a bit. And I might as well debut that in this video too. So for 2023, I'm planning a quote-unquote rebrand for Orange Domino Studios and Squadron Orange. It's not really a rebrand because everything's kind of the same, just kind of like a different, more professional look. So this is the new logo for Squadron Orange. And up next, we have the new logo for Orange Domino Studios. So yeah, that's the update video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I have a very Merry Christmas. As I'm currently filming it, it's Christmas Eve, so that's why I'm wearing this hat. If everything goes according to plan, it should be out tonight. If not, it might be posted a few days after. Regardless, I hope everybody watching this video has a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Healthy New Year, and Good New Year. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. God bless. Much love. And